This is Chris Maynor coming to you from the campus of Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. In this video, we want to continue with the previous problem. Suppose International Widget estimates its sales and costs for the 50th through the 55th unit of production. That information is given in our table here, total revenue and total cost. And from this information, we want to know how many widgets should International produce. What is the optimal number of widgets? Well, we have already seen that the marginal revenue for the 51st widget was $2,000. The 51st widget adds an additional $2,000 to revenue from $60,000 to $62,000. And the marginal cost of the 51st widget, the additional cost of producing the 51st widget, is $1,500. And because marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, the firm would indeed produce the 51st widget. It would be profitable for them to do so. In fact, it would increase their profits to do so. Now, the question is, if 51 is good, what about 52? What about the 53rd, the 54th? At what point should the firm stop producing widgets? Well, to do this, we continue with our marginal analysis, calculating marginal revenue, marginal cost, and comparing the two. The marginal revenue of the 52nd widget would be $1,900, the difference between $63,900 and $62,000. The marginal cost of the 52nd widget would be $1,600, the difference between $53,100 and $51,500. And once again, marginal revenue is greater than marginal cost, and so the firm would choose to continue producing and produce the 52nd widget. To save a little time, I went ahead and calculated the remaining marginal revenues, the remaining marginal costs. And we see that, again, for the 53rd widget, marginal revenue is $1,800. Marginal cost is $1,700. Once again, marginal revenue is greater, and so the firm would produce widget number 53, the 53rd widget. But when we get to the 54th widget, marginal revenue $1,700, marginal cost $1,800. Now, the 54th widget generates more costs than it does revenue. It generates more additional cost of production than it does additional revenue. So we know at that point the firm has gone too far. To produce 54 widgets would actually reduce the firm's profits. So how many widgets should International produce? They should produce 53 widgets. This is the optimal number. Now, this little simple problem leads us to a very important principle in microeconomics. It's called the profit maximization rule. You see this discussed in Chapter 3 of your textbook. It's worded slightly differently, but it basically says this: firms maximize profits by choosing the highest level of output at which marginal revenue is greater than or equal to marginal cost. In this example, that was the 53rd widget. It was the highest number of widgets, the highest level of production, where we still had marginal revenue greater than or equal to marginal cost. In the next few videos, we will add a couple of caveats to this rule. We'll see at least one more application, but please jot this rule in your notes. Keep it in the back of your mind. Actually, keep it in the forefront of your mind, because it will be very important throughout the remainder of our course.